Wally from Door to Door Human Gore, and as you may have guessed it, you caught me on Casual Friday. Why don't you come on in and see a little bit of our process? And it looks like we made it!
Oh, what are you doing? We talked about this. What's with the Speedo?
Well, it's kind of like the best thing for it. It'll get us like the most attention.
It's disgusting.
It's not totally disgusting, but like in your view it's gross, but like in my view it's like it's really cool.
I can see your pubic hairs.
Okay, that is kind of gross.
How's it going? I'm Alec McRae of Door to Door Human Gore. I play guitar, obviously. I guess I'll give you a little sample of my gear. This is a LTD MH417 by ESP Guitars. Very sexy little 7-string. This is a PD 6505 Plus, all tube head, 120 watts of pure metal devastation. And then some Fender cab. I don't really know what exact model it is. I just traded my old 7-string for it. And down here are all my effects. Right here I've just got Boss U3 chromatic tuner, pretty standard shit. This is a Morley Pro Series distortion wah volume, so you can kick in a little distortion if you want. There's the wah obviously, and then when the wah isn't turned off it acts as a volume pedal, so that can be really handy. And here's a Boss GE7 equalizer. I just use it to smooth out my highs when I'm playing leads and stuff. MXR smart gauge to control the gain, just bring the noise down a little bit. MXR analog chorus to make it sound like I'm playing underwater without the obvious detriments of that. And a Boss digital reverb for when I want to sound like I'm from the 60s. Oh, and obviously the channel effect, or the channel switchboard with an effects loop controller. So yeah, that's all my shit. Hopefully I get sponsored one day, but until then I'll probably have way nicer guitars than a car.
Hi, I'm Martin from Door to Door Human Gore, and I'm going to show you my gear. I've been sticking with the Marshall series since I pretty much first started out playing metal, because the actual grindy, rippy sound that I like for my guitar voice, I use just out of the overdrive channels that it already has. I have it all set up the way I like it. I don't exactly use any other effects pedals other than that, because that to me is exactly the way I want it to sound. From that, I use a noise suppressor by Boss, the NS2. It cuts out every little bit of the string noise that I need if I'm not playing or whatever. It suits me well. The guitar I use is, for those who know guitar, is pretty obvious. It's the Dean Dime Razorback. This one is actually particularly hard to find because it's a 7-string. Thanks for Kijiji, I've actually found one like this. I started out using a V guitar, and ever since I haven't been able to use a guitar that didn't have something to cradle my legs so I can get that angle while I solo. And you'll always see me doing that if I'm soloing. And the pickups I got are EMG 707s. They suit me just fine. I don't actually use a lot of the floating bridge because for those who own floating bridges, they know it sucks keeping it in tune when you're trying to fuck around like that. Alright. Thanks a lot. This is my gear, as little as it is.
I'm Mike from Door to Door Human Gore, and this is the very little gear that I have here. Here is my Gallion Kruger bass head. and my patch cord. This is my Ibanez 5-string. It is fantastic. I highly recommend Ibanez. It has a great sound and it plays very, very nicely. The strings that I use are from Sit Guitar Strings, one of our endorsements through WB Gear. And this is my Gallion-Kruger 210. If you couldn't tell, I very much like Gallion-Kruger. And aside from that, this is the very poorly made box for my head that I made at my house out of an old crate.
Hey, what's up? Nick here from Door to Door. Gonna show you my kit. I use a Yamaha Stage Custom. I got it quite a few years ago, but the Yamaha durability has been able to hold up through all the gigging. Another important aspect of my kit is my kickers. I use DW 5000s. I got those off Kijiji for half the goddamn price that they're worth. Another integral part of my kit is what I use to trigger my bass drum. I use a SPDS sample pad. This allows me to not only trigger my bass drum, but to add samples of whatever we want into our tunes live. That's pretty much it for my gear. That's the most important stuff. Go fuck yourself.
So I'm Door to Door Human Gore's vocalist, Wally Warwick, and what I use during practices at least is a Shure SM58, like this one dangling in front of my face right now. But at shows, I use whatever the fuck they got for me. You know why? Because I'm the goddamn singer, and I do what I want. You want to rub it on my face? Well, that's your own fucking discretion. But hey, thing is, in reality, Door to Door Human Gore, changing the fucking world. HJ's all around my motherfucker!
You know, you shouldn't have really worn that Speedo tonight.
Well, in reality, what I'm thinking is the more skin, the more business, right? So, like, it really works out for the band the more I show off.
I know, but green really isn't your color. Get me.
Get you? Okay. I don't even have any soap, but I'm going to straight up massage you.
Thank you.
That's what I'm going to do. All in the green.
Yeah, it's not
Try
really
and get a high fucking score here.
Wally's green spandex underwear.
Oh, hey!
We're Door to Door Human Gore. Get your pets spayed or neutered.